I like salad. Do you like salad?
Hi, I'm Ho Shin Ho. I'm living in Vancouver, BC, Canada, unceded territory of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. I am an immigrant to Canada from China.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea coming to you from Victoria, but more importantly known as unceded Akwesasne territory of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations, and I am an immigrant from the United States of America. And you're listening to
Canadian salad.
Canadian salad. Hey, did your mic just drop?
My mic drop.
You're already dropping the mic and you're not
dropping the mic right as we start.
That's right.
Powerful.
That's how amazing we are. We don't even have to say anything. Mic drop, leave the room. See you later. Bye, folks.
Yeah. No words.
No words.
Need to be spoken. No crumbs left.
No, no.
Do you know what no crumbs means?
What, low crumbs?
No, not no crumbs.
No
like
crumbs.
breadcrumbs, like no crumbs.
Well, there's no crumbs. You ate it all?
I know, but it also means no, you don't know that. You don't know the saying.
No,
she
what does
ate
it mean?
no crumbs. She ate no crumbs. You never
What
heard
does
of
it
it?
mean? No. Enlighten me. What does it mean?
Oh my
I need
god,
to
it's
use this.
generational thing. She ate no crumbs. It means like she did amazing. Nothing is left that to be done.
Ooh, I like that. Could
Like
I
she
say?
ate.
Could I say
Yeah.
I ate no crumbs?
Yeah, that means you were amazing at whatever you're doing.
Oh.
Everything you did, everything you cleaned out the whole plate. Nothing is
Oh.
left on the plate.
This is why I have friends with the youths. Hoshin, thank you.
I love that saying though. It's so funny.
I
She
love
ate.
it. Yeah. I'm just
every time-
imagining a woman sitting like with her leg up and she's just having some pie and there's just not a crumb anywhere. She's just owning the place. I love that.
But that's kind of the energy that's saying is for someone who
Yeah.
did something. And we're gonna eat in this episode too. We will
Yes.
eat.
And leave no
crumb will be-
crumbs. No.
Exactly,
No. Canadian
no
salad
crumbs.
is 8 no crumbs.
No crumbs. We ate.
I use it
no
right?
crumb.
Did I
Yeah,
use it?
yeah.
Okay.
We ate no crumbs.
We ate no crumbs. We ate, comma, no crumbs. Not that we
Exactly.
ate
We
no
have to have a
crumbs. We actually ate the crumbs because there's no crumbs left. I'm confused. Are you confused? Anyway.
Anyway, let's go back to what we're supposed to talk about. Welcome
Yes, welcome back. It's another episode. Yeah.
We're very excited. You can tell from the
Yes.
the pitch our voice.
Yes, it's so exciting.
And today's topic is one of my favorite. Is how to
Yeah.
be your own sugar daddy. I'm kidding. I kind of related there. How to be your own sugar daddy. It means
well,
how to
Can women be a sugar daddy?
sugar mommy, yes.
Sugar mommy,
Yeah.
yes.
It's not because of my
crumbs.
sexual orientation I prefer daddy, but woman,
Yes.
you go woman, you go mummies.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we talk about
Mummies.
entrepreneurship in case you don't know what we are talking
That's
about.
right. That's right. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about pies or crumbs or daddies. We are talking about immigrant businesses and entrepreneurship
Exactly.
and how many of us maybe have to pivot sometimes when we
How
come
to make
here.
your own money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have to make money, but sometimes the traditional just coming here, working at a job that that is completely different and new sometimes just doesn't work.
Yeah, be your own girl boss and gatekeep.
Yeah. That's be your own gatekeeper. Well,
Exactly.
Hoshin, I mean, do you have your own business, right?
I do. I have rice cake events. That's my own business. I co-own this with my business partners, Bella and Van. Also, they're great friends of mine. Shout out
Nice.
to them. They are amazing. They are
Amazing.
literally girl bosses.
Ooh, I love it.
They
I
ate no,
love
they ate every day.
No crumbs.
No crumbs.
No crumbs.
No crumbs left. Yes.
it. I hope they drink
And
water.
they do. Hydrate.
Okay,
Yes.
good,
Good for
yes,
that
yeah.
skin.
Yep.
Having my own business is hard, I have to say, as an
Yeah.
immigrant. Well, also that's actually not never on my plate because I know having own business is hard. I never really wanted
Yeah.
to be my own boss because of all the difficulty that you
Right.
have to go trying to face yourself. Being your
Yeah.
own boss is definitely never my desire. Again, I wanted to be a sugar baby, if I can. But I guess, life just doesn't turn out that way for me. And now
No.
I'm too old to be a baby.
Yes.
And one of the challenges I face having your own company is definitely all the options there to have your own company. Like you can be a self-proprietor, you can be a profit, you can be a non-profit, you can be incorporated, like limited incorporation, like all types of things. It really was so complicated. And
Yeah.
someone like me who was really tech savvy, I would say I Google all the information and I still was confused. And at the end of the day, we have to pay a lawyer to actually get us registered.
Wow.
And then after that, we have to like get a GST and then a filing taxes. Like you have to be really, really financial literate to kind of navigate that space, you know. No dummy allowed, literally.
Yeah. It sounds like you had to go to acronym school. Because I think you just threw out like 5 or 6 acronyms just now. You know what I mean?
I'm so sorry.
Right? No, but it's true. It's true. It is complicated. So I also have my own business.
What?
Yes.
Shocking.
I know. Little shameless plug. Welcome to janklin.ca for all of your consulting, communications, and storytelling needs. So I traditionally was always someone that I felt like, someone tell me what to do and I'll do it. Like I was just under this construct of I am not a leader. I am a follower. I will do the job, whatever someone asks of me.
Yeah. Same.
You know, and that is something that I never thought. If you had told me maybe even 5 years ago, because my business is 3 years this August, having a little birthday. But if you told me that I would have my own business, I'd probably laugh in your face because honestly, to me, that just sounded like what? Be my own boss? Like make all the decisions? I don't want to do that. I've been doing that my whole life. But I
responsibilities?
No, I'm an adult. I already have enough responsibilities. You know, I became a parent. I have responsibilities there. But honestly, now that I have my own business, I think it would be really hard to go back. But like you said, it is really difficult because navigating your own business is being blindfolded and then being expected to win a boxing match while you're blindfolded. You get kind of, you know, punched here and there because you don't know if what you're doing is right or wrong, especially in a new country with all new regulations, all new systems, all new taxations, all new, like it's all new. It's not for the faint of heart, for sure.
It really is not. That means like, congratulations to you, Emmy.
Yes, absolutely.
We made it. Yeah, we are the role model for all immigrants. You are welcome.
You're welcome. Yes, rice cakes and Janklin
communication. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We are amazing. Oh my God. Yeah.
We are.
Again, I'm still waiting for my badge. You know, like citizen of the year. I'm still waiting for my badge. Justin Trudeau, you should again deliver
Mr.
that personally.
Mr. T.
Through my door.
Look, just stop putting that Dapper Dan in your hair and send Hoshin his damn medal.
Yes, and yours too. We should both receive it together.
That's right.
It was such a moment.
Nice. That would be a moment.
But anyway, let's go back to the topic that two podcasters here, two immigrants, and we both have our own business. So you might go, draw to the conclusion that immigrants prefer to have their own businesses, which ding, 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 you are very correct. Because a lot of research actually shows that immigrants actually prefer to have their own business.
Really?
I have found this research actually 2012 is a bit old, but this is the.
Were you wearing diapers then?
Actually, I was not even born. I was
you
born
weren't born in
2013.
Oh. You're 10 years old now. No, wait, 11. I can do math.
What?
Amazing. Anyway,
math
sorry.
Is our thing.
I know.
I thought math is an Asian thing. You can do math? I can't believe. Shocking.
I know.
Anyway, I think your math comes from your Mexican side, probably.
Probably. Not my German side. No.
The research I found 2012 really old, but it's one of the, I guess it's one of the most comprehensive. It's a global research.
Yeah.
It's a report by GEM.
Okay.
So they have this conclusion after the research that immigrants were more likely to start businesses than members of their native population in most of the 69 countries that they surveyed. 69 countries in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
So yeah, so we can definitely, from that, get to the conclusion, immigrant in general, from a global perspective, that we tend to prefer to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you and me, see? Two people here.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Here, the data.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. We are 100% of the data.
And then if you look closer to, like, for example, Canada,
Okay.
that's also true. So according to the most recent data by Canadian Survey of Business Conditions, they did this research in first quarter 2024, which is very, very recent. About
is. That's this year.
23, yeah, this year,
Mhm.
23.7% of business was majority owned by immigrant to Canada.
Wow.
And the population, immigrant population in Canada, based on the 2021 census, is 23%. So slightly higher. Yeah, it's
Oh
also
my
almost every,
gosh.
yeah,
A
higher
lot
than
of
the
people
population
are.
percentage. A lot of people
Yeah.
are business owners, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you look to the South, it's also correct. Even though we always say Americans a bit slower to catch up in these kind of things,
Yeah.
but in terms of immigrant-only business, they are not slow at
Yeah.
all.
Mm-mm.
So in 2021, where 13.7% of the population is foreign-born,
Mhm.
immigrants present 20.2% of the self-employed workforce and 25% of the startup founders, which
Wow.
is way higher compared to the Canadian stats.
Mhm.
And according to a 2018 study by National Foundation for American Policy,
Mhm.
immigrants founded or co-founded 55% of the United States billion-dollar companies.
Dang.
And we are gonna join that. Angel, you and me are gonna join the
That's right.
55%.
That's right. We
Yeah.
are. We are. I'm crawling very slowly to even just like,
Do the six figure.
yeah, go to six figure. But it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
We will
No.
become that 55%.
We will. Yeah. Right now we're the like 2%. But that you have to start somewhere. That makes a lot of sense. Well, to me it does. I don't know. I feel like this is my theory. We haven't gone into the reasons why, but I think my theory is that honestly, it is really difficult to navigate the Canadian system.
Yeah.
Let's just take communication, for example, right? It is more passive. We talked last episode about, you don't have any Canadian work experience. That's why I'm not going to hire you, which is just a very passive way of saying, I don't want to hire you. So I feel like within the workplace, there's just a lot of unspoken expectations. There's a lot of, navigating the power dynamics. Like if you are someone who is used to having maybe a much more distant relationship with your boss, and then all of a sudden your boss is like, well, we're going to meet every week and I'm your friend and we're just going to have a great time. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. How do I even navigate this?
Oh my God, do you know my boss?
Well, we had lunch last week, so
You're literally describing my boss.
Oh, but yeah, the cultural differences are definitely there. So that's my theory why, it makes sense that it would be much easier in my mind to create your own business where you can create those expectations. You can navigate and be the one creating that communication style for your own
Exactly.
work. Yeah.
Be your own boss is definitely easier. So if you fail, you have no one else to blame but you.
I know, just you. You have no one else though to depend on if you're sick. Like you still have to do the job. Right?
And then when you want to bitch about your boss, you only can bitch about yourself.
Do you ever do that? You're just like, oh my gosh,
I think everyone,
my boss. Yeah. Oh, I had a CEO retreat and I gave her a what for. I told her, I said, you better ship up or ship out.
And you are that bitch. You are that boss.
Thank you.
Anyway, now we can go to the reason why to look into it.
Yeah, what
why
does the data say?
Yeah, the data say actually many things. Before we're gonna actually get into specific data or anything like that, I want to put out a study by Harvard Business Review in 2021. They kind of put has some bullet points of the characteristics of entrepreneur or successful entrepreneur.
Okay.
What they share. First, statistic analysis confirm that individuals with a high willingness to take risk and with a high achievement motivation, which means like tendency to set and accomplish goals, were significantly more likely than others to plan on becoming entrepreneurs at some point in the course of their lives.
Yeah.
And who do you think fit those characteristics? Immigrants,
My grandma.
obviously.
No. Yes, no, it's
Avi.
so true. Avi, absolutely. We're already coming to a brand new country and trying out a bunch of risky new things. Like what's another risk thing? You know, what's
I know,
what's
like,
one more thing, honestly?
yeah, like voluntary migrants, of
Yeah.
course,
Right.
they want to
Exactly.
get out of the comfort zone, go to a brand new country, speak a different language, go to a brand new place. Again, their work is not even recognized.
Hmm.
So they are taking a tremendous amount of risk. That means they're
Absolutely.
willing to take that risk because they know that it's
Hmm.
risky. And second, they have to make it. That itself
Yeah.
is a very achievement motivational.
Yeah.
So that makes immigrant just perfectly fits that, makes them
Hmm.
ideal candidate to be entrepreneurs. And the
Yeah.
second point of it, of course, they have to also want to do it. So
Sure.
there is this research by Diversity Institute that it came out 2017. This study shows that for many immigrants, entrepreneurship is a desirable career path that can offer them opportunities and benefits. So
Yeah.
they actually want it. So that's
Yeah.
bingo, you know.
Yeah.
And some immigrants, and if you look closer to why they eventually choose to be entrepreneur,
Yeah.
there is some differences there. Some immigrant entrepreneurs are pushed into entrepreneurship because they're excluded from other forms of employment or need to supplement their income. And then the second
Oh.
reason also because immigrants are less likely to pursue entrepreneurship because of dissatisfaction with employment than Canadian-born entrepreneurs, which is the opposite of what we commonly believe. Maybe
Yes.
they get tired of the workforce, so they have to start their own. Actually, this is not very true compared to Canadian-born entrepreneurs. If
Interesting. Okay.
immigrant are settled in a job, even though they're dissatisfied, they're less likely to just, oh, I'll just start my own business then.
That makes sense because it's income. You already know it's going to happen. Why would you move
Yeah.
anywhere else when you know exactly? I know how much I'm going to be paid. I can put up with this, BS at work, or these difficult situations, and I will do that just because I know that it's going to bring that in. To start all over is a very privileged place. Like I will be very honest and say that I was very privileged to have a partner who could hold down the bills, mortgage, rent, all of that, while I was trying to navigate my own business. And that's not the case for everyone, right? Because it is, when you start at ground zero, you're pouring money into something with seeing no return for quite a while, right?
Oh my God, see, Andrea, I want to be you someday. You are such an
No, you
inspiration.
don't.
So,
No.
you have a sugar daddy
The
there. You
system
can just
privileged me. That's no, yeah.
inspirational. I want someone to support me while I
You're my
explore.
inspiration. Na, 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 na,
I'm just
na.
kidding. I'm just...
Okay, no, it's okay.
I mean, you try really hard too. I know you work really hard as well.
Oh, thank you. I do try.
But yeah,
Yes.
but to your husband, if your husband still have capability to support another one, I volunteer as
Okay.
tributes.
Okay. I
Yeah,
will. I'll let
please
him
tell
know.
him.
I'll
Yeah,
let
I
him
would
know.
love
Yeah.
love the support as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a
But
business owner actually too, oddly enough, but not in Canada. So
Yeah.
he's outside of our.
But to echo to your point, even with Rice Cake, like I'm actually have a full-time job. Like I'm comfortable enough in my job.
Sure.
And I started Rice Cake with my two other partners
Yeah.
because I'm in the sense comfortable of the benefits that my job has offered me. So I can start this side gig with two of them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
actually took care of more of the work side. I just took, a smaller role in the company.
Okay. Okay.
And also Rising is not very make a lot of profit in many ways. We are
Okay.
mostly just a community-based company that really
Yeah.
with the purpose of serving the community. And then yes, we make
Yeah.
a small money here and there, but that's necessarily not the main goal for us to be like $1 billion business, like 55%
Not the 55%. Maybe you'll get that. You never know. You never know.
You never know. Maybe
Okay.
some people, a sugar daddy out there that wants to sponsor us and give us $1 billion. We are very welcome all the funds.
Yeah.
If you have no kids, you
Make
hate all your
paychecks too.
relatives,
Yes.
and you're dying, and you want to make do a good deed before you die. Rice Cake Store is open to you
There you
for
go.
everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
You can email Hoshin at hello@canadiansalad.ca for all of those funds. We haven't set up direct deposit yet, but that's to come. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that
Anyway.
is definitely to come. Yes. But we also kind of touch on having your own business is hard.
It is hard. It is
It's
hard.
really hard.
It is. It feels a bit like hustling because you know that if you don't put forth the effort that day, that could actually negatively impact your overall, work. So for me, I'm a consultant. So I have to be proactively bidding on jobs, trying to network my communities or other clients that I've already used because I want to continue work. And if I don't put forth the effort, things don't just fall in your lap, right?
No, they don't fall in your lap. Only an ass will fall on your lap. I mean, your husband's ass, and your kids, obviously.
Yeah,
They
not
sit on
my
your
own
lap.
though. That's really weird. That would be. That's
Yes,
That's another kind of job.
waiting, lap dance.
Oh gosh.
I mean, if you can afford it, go for it, girl. Woman empowerment. Snap, snap.
No
Anyway,
crumbs.
challenges.
Challenges.
Yes. We kind of touch on a little bit that for immigrants to come to a new country to like start a business, like even the challenge that we face about navigating the regulatory landscape, about how to set up things, how to apply for things, the CRA, the tax rules and GSTs, and is it a nonprofit? Is it a profit? Is it a sole proprietor? Is it a limited corporation? Also the language around that, you have to be also very sufficient in the language to understand all these differences.
Oh my gosh.
What does sole proprietor mean? All these different things. And also about the culture, here you often have to rely on professionals like you have to go to get a lawyer, you have to get to go accountant, and a lot of things also do it. Financial advisors, people usually you have to go to professional services to get help rather than in many other countries, probably just have to go to a community, go to a town hall, go to your neighbors, and your neighbor found someone else and they give you advice and you get it done. So that culture also can make it very challenging. Again, the individualistic culture compared to many immigrant public from a collective culture, that can be also add on that challenging part of it.
Absolutely.
To get it started.
Yeah,
so
for sure. I mean, I speak one language, American, and even with my American language, some people would, that's kind of a synonym for it is gibberish, but
okay.
Yeah. So, but even for me navigating like the website, like the government of Canada, the GST site, like paying, my GST every, quarter, honestly, it is its own language, and just because you know English doesn't mean that you know how to navigate your own business language. It's a whole other additional part.
I agree.
Yeah.
So imagine even an American who speaks American does not understand Canadian English. How am I, who speaks 4 other languages understand that?
I know exactly. You see, you understand my plight. You see me, Ocean. Oh, I feel so amazed. Yeah.
And on top of that, there's another challenge that is very, very kind of a systematic issue. It's about financing, accessing to finance and funding. For immigrants, we talked about previously about like, for example, we have to kind of have a credit score or credit history to actually get business loans, for example. Right. And for immigrants who are new here, they had none of that.
It takes years.
Have already, that alone, they had disadvantage compared to many other people born and raised here, who live here for many years. And a lot of fundings, also like federal or provincial fundings, also because of language, because of they prefer people have a history in Canada to show that they're liable, whatever.
Yeah.
Also means they tend to go give to the non-immigrants.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes also culture, right? Like if immigrant write a funding proposal, like a proposal to get the funding, because of culture, they don't necessarily speak on the subject that or mention the things that the
That's
approver
a whole other style.
probably be a white person who would not understand the immigrant struggle, would just this doesn't speak to what I think they need to be speaking. And then so give the funding to what they identify that they actually relate to, which again likely to be another Canadian born person.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So that's another challenge they're facing. And the last challenge I think a lot of immigrants facing, also me included, like I personally also feel like is this kind of bias in other professional services.
Oh, okay. Like when you're accessing kind of entrepreneurial types of supports and information, You mean like that
Yeah,
kind of
like if you go
bias?
to like
Yeah.
like small business BC, for example, SBBC,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like first I don't think they offer a lot of different kind of language services, and also a lot of their proposal or their idea of helping someone is not necessarily they don't necessarily provide the need the immigrant kind of crave for example, like
I
this
see.
mentorship with the cultural understanding. Because I
Right.
think giving people
Right.
information without their cultural understanding of what that
Totally.
information can apply in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
the information
Mm-hmm.
it is not useful to them.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
it's
I
so
think,
true. It's so true. Yeah. Yeah. Culture
yeah,
informs so much. And if we only are seeing, like, from the Canadian perspective, if we're only looking at it through our Canadian lens and not actually entering into the world of the person that we are providing information for, it's just going to get lost in translation because there is a lot to it. And if, it could be gender too. It could be even just your tradition or your religious belief of credit, because I know that's a barrier for a lot of people who don't believe in having credit, right? They believe in cash everything. So they'll never take out loans, right? So, but if you're not providing information that is relatable to that person in their cultural context, yeah, it's totally going to be missed. And that
yeah, but
person's going to
like,
be left without any information.
yeah, I think that the cash kind of part you just mentioned, that example is very good. Like, for example, in Richmond, a lot of businesses like cash only. Because
Yeah.
that's how in Asia, in many Asian countries, that is the how they operate, just by
Right.
cash. They don't trust the bank, they don't trust like the credit card system. Also, like, they
Sure.
also take a fee out of it too, right? The banks. So a lot
Yeah.
of just operate cash by cash. So if you are professional service, that's the advice you give, that
Right.
will kind of contradict to what they believe. Oh, what? That's what
Mm-hmm.
I need to do. But
Mm-hmm.
why? Why does that
Mm-hmm.
need? It's not what I used to do. What's the
Mm-hmm.
difference, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So sometimes these kind of biases in kind of advice or professional services that is given makes it even more difficult for immigrants to actually understand
Right.
how to actually get into the entrepreneurship landscape
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the challenges
Yeah. There's
in
a lot
general, how
there.
immigrants face it. Yeah. What's the specific challenge you face
Oh gosh. I mean, I
that
will
you think, yeah.
say, yeah, I think taking time to know everything that you need to know for your business is near to impossible sometimes when you're just trying to make income. So I will say I've been operating, I hope this doesn't get me in trouble with any clients, but I've been operating for like almost 3 years without business insurance. I know. And then I was reached out to for a job and they said, well, they need a copy of your business insurance. And I'm like, sure. Okay. Yeah, I can get that to you, no problem. And so then I'm like researching it right away, like business insurance, and so I'm able to call up, and I was able to get a policy and everything like that. But I think that was because I'm on my own. I don't have a community. I am a West grew up in the West, very much that rugged individualism. I've got to figure this out. I have one friend that I might, message her like, how do I pay my CPP online? And, these kinds of things. But that's been my biggest struggle. It's just not having a community or a mentor, someone to say, these are the steps you need to do. And this is the thing that you need to do in order to do the things. I have an accountant, thankfully for her. I'm able to know like how much, or what I should be doing with, certain things. But I've tried to get like a lawyer to look at my agreements to make sure
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
legally okay. And I can't get anyone because everyone's so busy.
Oh,
So I think that element is hard for me.
wow. The
Yeah.
community part.
Yeah.
Individualistic culture sucks, huh?
It does. Yes, it does. It's got some perks and it definitely has some non-perks.
Yeah, maybe we should cancel that membership.
You know what? I would love to. It's kind of hard because I live
It's kind
within
of hard, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, come to the collective side. I
I would
promise
love
you, we will
to.
not try to convert you to communist. Yeah.
Oh
I
gosh,
promise
that's
you.
a
Yeah.
whole
Maybe
nother
a socialist.
podcast episode. Oh
Maybe
my
a socialist.
gosh. I cannot tell you how many times I heard my dad just talking about how, what do you want to go live in communist China? Like anytime I talked about supporting people and like our taxes going to help people, he was just like, oh, this isn't, he just, anyway.
Yeah. Also, just to debunk some a host there,
Yes.
China is not communism at all. If you know
Yeah.
anything about China.
Yeah.
the opposite of communism, baby.
Pretty capitalist, actually.
I know they're very capitalist. So yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
if your parents still use China as a communist like country example, tell them that they are wrong. Okay.
Hoshin, we should do a debunk the myths of China and debunk the myths of America. That would be so fun.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
want to debunk another myth that not all Chinese knows kung fu. I mean, I know it, but not everyone does. I'm kidding. I actually don't know.
You don't know?
I'm
Oh,
kidding.
that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, let's go to the
But yeah,
topic.
so are there any things that like if we've got people in the audience who might be entrepreneurs, immigrant entrepreneurs, or even maybe if you're listening and you're not an immigrant, but you have your own business, is there any recommendations that you
I
found?
mean, there is recommendations. In general, the bigger picture have to change, obviously, because
Yeah.
as I mentioned, like I think a lot of immigrants have that characteristic that entrepreneurs need, like, that risk taking, that the motivation that they have. So they already have a lot of what it takes that needs to get it done.
Right.
But the thing is, the bigger picture have to change to make it easier for them, give them equal chance to make that business, to build that business. For example, a lot of my recommendation actually is to governments. And when I say government, doesn't mean that we somehow don't need to do anything, because we are the one who pressures the government. We are the one who votes the government.
Yes.
So
yes.
this recommendation, everyone who listens need to keep it in mind, so that when you vote for your next MP, for your representative in your region, your municipality, you have to see or ask them, do they have this? Do they want to do this? Are they going to focus on this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
you also
not
so high level. Like, don't depend on Mr. T for everything, right? Like,
no. Mr. T can do nothing.
He can comb his
That's
hair really
another
nice.
I think Mr. T is another proof that people who are good looking can do nothing.
Oh, snap! What do you? Well, but you're good looking and I'm good looking.
Oh my God! Thank you.
We're doing amazing
the Botox really help. I'm kidding. No Botox yet. I mean, this face still looks 12. I mean,
it does. Yes, it does. With sans mustache, yes, it would.
Anyway, recommendations. Yes. First, I would recommend more fundings to immigrant-led services.
Yeah.
I know there's one immigrant-led services in Chinatown, Vancouver, called Success.
Okay.
They actually provide like mentorship or entrepreneurship services to immigrants. Again, and also they're immigrant-led, so they actually have that cultural sensitivity there to help this immigrant to build network, to understand Canadian culture, and give them the tool that actually caters to immigrant.
Yeah, absolutely.
So definitely way better than a lot of traditional or like uncultured in the sense that without any intercultural understanding or sensitivity, and then they just give these kind of broad net services that necessarily is not gonna help necessarily. But Success, the association, their funding for their entrepreneurship program got cut, I think, a couple of years ago.
Dang.
Because of province, we should shift that focus to something else.
Yeah.
I know, which is not great. So I think more funding for immigrant-led services.
For sure.
Please do.
For sure. Yeah.
And I think a second one is please implement more financing programs that designed for immigrant entrepreneurs. Because again, a lot of them does not have credit scores. A lot of them doesn't understand how credit works. And a lot of them just have different needs too.
Yeah, I think I need to check this, but I remember a few years ago, Van City Bank offered a lot of like community micro lending grants to immigrant refugee entrepreneurs who were looking to start their own businesses and just needed like a little additional cash. And it wasn't, there was no, there were certain, it was almost like grants. There would, but it wasn't taking out credit. They didn't necessarily have to pay it back. Like this was a few years ago, so I don't know if they do it anymore, but it was really awesome because actually a lot of immigrants and refugees were capitalizing on this, and they did workshops too. Like if you're going to start your own business, this is kind of the
where you
steps
need to learn.
how you do it. Yeah. And so
see, Fan City, I love Fan
so
City.
it's possible. Yeah, me too.
I mean, Fan City, I love Fan City. Even though the app sucks, the bank is great. The mobile app sucks.
There goes our sponsor. Way to go, Hoshin.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm working on. Yeah.
But I love Fan City for their community initiatives. So for
Yes.
all of you that doesn't really need a mobile app, go to Fan City, go support.
That's right. That's right.
They are a great
And
band,
we need
really
a
do.
sponsor, Van City. You can email us hello@canadiansalad.ca.
Yeah, and I can help you to, improve your customer experience for your
This should
app.
be
I
your
can
first
keep a survey.
consultant. Yes, yes.
Surveys, yes. Give out
Yeah,
surveys.
exactly.
Yes. And the third thing I want to recommend to, actually, that's not necessarily just to the government, but in general to all the app developers, maybe set up like a centralized digital platform that listing all the players that supports
That's
entrepreneurship.
a great business idea,
I
Hoshin.
know, like, I mean, neither you nor
there's your
me know
future.
that exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have
No,
two
but that would be
businesses,
so nice. It's like an
That would so
information
nice.
hub. Oh, that would be so great.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
if you're listening, you want to develop an app, have your own business, maybe that can be your business.
Yes, if you like money and helping people, yeah.
Yeah, if you like money and helping
Hoshin,
with that,
this sounds like this is perfect for you.
Yeah, for me, I do not want app, girl. But I think we can find someone to make an app. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should. And then be a membership thing,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
You know
but for
what?
immigrants,
It's not a bad idea. But
yeah, and for
yes, a
immigrants, I can
platform.
give them a discount. Yeah,
Resource hub. That's
if
right.
I can get to, if they have a company, it's a successful company, I'll take a cut, obviously.
I will be your first customer.
Especially they're like $1 billion business, please. Oh my God.
Oh, dang. Can you imagine?
Then I finally can become my own sugar daddy.
So much bubble tea. So much bubble tea.
Oh my God. I'll be so fat. I would love that.
You'd have bubbles in your tea, in your t-shirt. Oh gosh.
Yes. Okay, the last thing. Is to everyone. It's more like a shout out to everyone that please go support your local immigrant businesses.
Yes.
Support Rice Cake.
Support Janklin. If you need a communications consultant with like culture embedded into it too, give me a ring.
Do you have a website or place people
I do. Janklin.ca.
How to spell Janklin?
JAN as a nose, KLIN as a nose.ca. Janklin.ca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good,
and how about rice
go
cakes?
check out.
Yeah,
Rice cake is ricecake.events. Rice cake is one word.
Okay.
Ricecake.events.
Okay.
It's plural because we have more than one events, obviously.
Events, obviously. Yes.
Yeah, that's our website. It's easy. Our website is gorgeous, by the way.
It is. It's
our
very
website
fun.
is so good.
It's like a party.
Yeah, it is a party. I mean, we do a lot of parties.
Hey.
Yeah, we do a lot of parties because we are a party.
That's right. With no crumbs.
We're so fun. No, you really love losing that word now.
I do. I'm going to use it wrong all the time now, unfortunately. That's just me. I do that all the time.
Rice cake did 8. We ate, no crumbs.
You ate, no crumbs. That's right.
Yes.
Hoshin, I love this. This has been really, really good. I really enjoyed learning. Well, it's just, it makes a lot of sense. And I identify so much with it. And I think for anyone who's starting their own business, one, be proud of yourself. And two, just like have grace with yourself in the things that you might not know and just the learning curves, because that's what's going to get you there eventually. You can make it happen. Yeah.
If you want to start your own business, you can also reach out to us, to Canadian Salad. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and all the major podcast platforms. Just leave us a comment, and then we can, if anything you can help with, maybe one of us can connect with you to help you with any questions you have about starting your own business.
It's true.
It's a tough world out there, and we're here to give.
It is. That's right. We are.
We're here to give.
Yes. And we are going to give you some wonderful quiz questions and answers right now, because it's Canadian Salad Pop Quiz.
Yeah.
Right?
See, again, we're here to give.
Yes.
Such givers.
Give. I know.
Oh my God. We are Christmas.
Where is our medal? Goodness. I'm waiting. Okay. So Canadian Salad Pop Quiz. Neither of us know the question. Neither of us know the answer. And we're going to ask each other. So, Hoshin, would you like to go first or me? You decide.
Okay, let me go first.
Okay, you go first.
Because I like first place.
Yes, first the worst.
I'm Asian.
Second the best. Anyway.
No, my mom said no one would remember the second place. That's what my mom said.
This is why everyone forgets about me. No, just kidding.
That's the Asian trauma right there. The Asian trauma is right there.
Yes, indeed. Yes. I will always remember you. You're number one, whatever.
Yes.
Anyway,
okay,
your question.
The question. Yes. So which sector has the most percentage of business owners who are self-employed persons with paid staff that are immigrant owned?
Well, I can tell you it's the truck transportation industry.
You have that data.
That's my question.
What?
It is. That's my question. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
That okay. Well, ding, ding, ding for
Ding,
me
ding, ding,
and
you're
you.
both correct. Yes. Great job. Applause, applause, snap, snap.
Yep.
We both got the question and the answer
but,
right.
Yeah, but no. So just for those listening, so truck transportation is the top industry. Grocery stores is a close second. Computer systems design. The bottom industry is software publishers. So I thought that was interesting. Restaurants are about 50%. So yeah, it was very interesting to learn. Yeah, truck and transportation.
I agree. I would never, to be honest, without saying that, I would never guess.
No, I would
I
have said
would.
probably hospitality, like restaurants.
Yeah, I also think too, because a lot of restaurants are owned by
'cause there's
immigrants.
a lot. Yeah.
I would even I really wouldn't even guess like hospitals, because I know so many nurse, doctors are
Oh, okay.
immigrants.
Oh,
Nurse-wise, I
interesting.
mean, there's a stereotype there that like Filipinos are nurses, right?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Maybe, yeah. I would guess not, but I would guess any answer but truck.
But truck transportation, I know, is very, very interesting. But we'll post the link. It's Certified Immigration Specialists, and they put out this data this year, actually, 2024.
Exactly. So now we all learn something.
We all learn something. You are so welcome, beautiful masses of people. And you are so welcome to join us next week, because we, in light of Citizenship Week, did you know there's a week dedicated to citizenship in Canada?
I don't know.
I know.
Citizenship, you mean like the ceremony, or like the new citizens like me? Is it celebration of me?
Probably not. I have no idea what Citizenship Week is. I need to really research this, but we are going to talk about citizenship and why you become one and why you don't.
Okay, then I guess we will find out next week together with you.
So stay tuned. Yes.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna leave some crumb here.
We are going to leave some crumb, but next week
we're gonna eat it.
Y'all, we're just gonna that's right. We're gonna eat it. So
we're gonna eat it.
That's right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for inviting us in your homes, hearts, and heads. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Sign up for our newsletter online. Honestly, get the latest tidbits, get the ins and the nos about everything, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, our website is canadianseller.ca.
It is. We were not going to spell it for you, though. So
yeah,
sorry.
Please also leave us a comment in anything you can. Oh my God, we're desperate for your attention. I'm an attention whore, in case you don't know. In case you don't already know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you so much. We love you all, and talk to you next week. Bye.
Talk to you next week. Bye. Bye.
Canadian Salad is written and produced in British Columbia, Canada by Hoshin Ho and Andrea McCoy. Theme music is by Naver Avetyan from Pixabay.
This has been a good Dranklin production.